Black Gold Beta. Black Gold Beta.
Macbigicekeys here with a review of Snail USA's Black Gold Beta. My overall rating for this steampunk fantasy title from the same game development company that brought us such gems as 5 Street and Ministry of War is a whopping 1 out of 5. If I were to name the game, it would have been something like Black Coal instead of Black Gold, a moniker that is redundant and boring like the game itself. My reviews are always pretty straightforward and lenient to a degree because, after all, these are games. I'll cover the following aspects of gameplay: mechanics, challenge, value, and fun and immersion. Fun and immersion are together. Assessing the graphics, well, that's up to you. The category we'll begin gunslinging our way through is mechanics. I rated Black Gold Beta at a 2 out of 5 in terms of mechanics. The game is functional, sometimes frustrating and glitchy. Maybe that's just the beta, maybe not, but it's functional. The combat is uninspiring. There's a button to action delay and the animations are stiff and unexpressive. Features like autopath, constant fetching and killing quests, drab quest stories pull Black Gold into the murky depths. A few spots of light for the mechanics were the battle carrier, a combat-enabled and trainable mount, and 3 options you have for controls, my favorite being the crosshair mode, which lets you slide the focus of the screen left or right. It gives you the feel of a third-person shooter. For gunslingers and spellslingers, it feels natural to have this perspective while you're playing. My least favorite element of the game mechanics was the GUI, or graphic user interface. Take a look at all these menus, the buttons, the tabs, and shinies to click on. There are 4 prize boxes alone to click on. Not just one box, there's 4 of them. This isn't including the regular pop-ups of eggs and glowing icons to inform you that you have yet again earned something new and worthless for your devotion to not logging out of Black Gold Beta. Next comes challenge. I'll try to stay positive on this element of the game, which means I'll not have much to say. This game comes in at a 1 out of 5. As you can see in the video, a player can spam the basic attack and be assured to never really lose any health. There's a decent variety of attacks, and the battle carrier is fun to use in a fight, but let's be realistic, gamers. No threat makes the gear and abilities pretty meaningless. I played through level 20, did some dungeons, challenges, and whatever else they had to throw at me, and I was bored. In fact, the only time I faced death was from fall damage. Value is a category I determine, thinking both about time and money. Honestly, I don't feel the urge to vote either of these to Black Gold Beta. I rated the value at a 2 out of 5. It scored the 2 mostly because it's free to play. Well, it's free to play mostly. What I mean is that the monetization scheme that Snail USA has created for this game is unique at this time in gaming history. It's best that you read about it on their site and get it from the horse's mouth. As far as I understand it, when you loot rare or higher items in the game, there is a save feature. It will save an option to purchase these items with real dollars and cents. Just to be fair, Snail USA says there's an RNG, random number generating option, to win the rare loot for free instead of paying. I wonder what those odds are. Even if everything was free, Black Gold doesn't have enough to keep me at the keyboard. You can probably guess at this point that my rating for fun and immersion is pretty low. I rated it as a 1 out of 5. I have better things to do, better games to play. Maybe I'll go mow the yard or wash the car. Maybe Snail USA should try to create a world that sparks interest and stories that invoke curiosity. This, and if the GUI wasn't overwhelming, it would be a little bit more immersive. Maybe if the combat was more fluid, I'd get more enjoyment out of hitting these buttons. If the enemies were as heinous as the fall damage, maybe I'd enjoy my victories and rewards a little bit more. Until Black Gold Beta works out these maybes, Macbigicekeys will be working out elsewhere. Like if you do, comment if you've got something to say. As always, thanks.